Welcome back to Strike Zone inside Sunset Station Hotel and Casino and the WTBA World Championships. Second squad of the day here for women's doubles. And we are just getting started. Glad to have you with us on Bowl TV. I'm Jason Overstreet. Lucas Wiseman will be around with us shortly as we find out who will advance to the medal round. See the countries in front of us on our featured pairs. It's the Philippines and China on 55 and 56. Next door, Italy and the Dominican Republic. While Lithuania and France are on lanes 51 and 52. Just off to the right on 57-58. Team USA is Liz Johnson and Shannon Pluhowski, so we'll be watching them as well. Here as we get started with this afternoon squad. Just joining us here on Bowl TV, the format is 6 games of qualifying, and the top 4 scores from the 2 squads advance to the medal round. Had some big scores in our first squad, as you're watching Ami Guerra from the Dominican Republic. Venezuela and the United States, first and second, putting up some pretty remarkable scores. The Venezuelans averaging 240 on the nose. Team USA averaging 236, with Korea and Sweden rounding out the top 4. Well, anything is possible. It may very well be this squad is competing for 2 spots, as it's hard to see there being many teams that can eclipse the mark that was set by the Venezuelans and the Americans in squad number 1. Lucas Wiseman on the headset now joining us.
Good afternoon, Jason.
Good afternoon, Lucas. Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Have to see if we've got high scores in store for us on this squad, just like we had last squad. Scores were pretty high by the top teams. That first squad, the women's double as a whole, averaged 199.95 per game, so almost 200 a game for the field. And in the singles, the field averaged 183.63, so more than 16 pins a game is the difference from the short to the medium, which is a very, very big difference. And a lot of those pins this morning were picked up by, oh, look at that, a split conversion for Liz Johnson. We didn't see it, but she made the 4-6-7. A lot of the pins this morning were picked up by Venezuela and Team USA. And I think that those two teams have a really good shot to make the semifinals a little bit later on today. Semifinals will get started in about 4 hours and 20 minutes or so, something like that. Right around 5:30 local time here in Las Vegas. There's Almi. She watches live streaming all the time from the Dominican. What's interesting is if you look at left-handers versus right-handers, the left-handers averaged identical on the short and the medium, 183. But the right-handers went up 17.5 pins.
That is an interesting stat.
It's different. It's weird. Now, I don't know how many left-handers were on that first squad, but I'll have a better idea after they finish. But on the short pattern, the lefties and the righties averaged almost the same. So does that mean that Team USA Shannon Plahowski could be in trouble on this squad? I don't know. The left-handers are averaging 18 pins a game less. That's pretty dramatic. I wonder what it was on the men's side. Take a look at that.
Oh, Liz just missed a single pin.
She can make a split, but she can't make a single pin.
Oh,
That's unusual.
players are so good, you become accustomed to it being almost automatic for single pin conversions. And when the top players have averaged 240, not a lot of room for error.
So on the men's side on this pattern, the right-handers averaged 204.79 and the left-handers 198.47. So a little bit closer, but there's still a pretty big gap from left to right. So I don't know what that means, but it's interesting. Could have something to do with surface topography. So apparently somebody in the chat would like to see Catalonia throw a shot. They say that you move the camera every time Catalonia bowls.
We just, I saw that. We just looked at them a couple of times.
Well, the next bowler would be a good one to show because she's got the front four. So we'll show her next. Looks like Christina Sands. I never know if it's cutting off part of the name on these scoreboards, though. Anyways, Christina is up.
Can't always honor requests, but sometimes we are able to do so, and especially good to reward a front four.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see a number 5 here.
I don't think we've had a 300 yet in the girls' side. The women's side. Got a hook.
Bowl TV jinx.
That's right. Yep, still no 300s on the women's side. We've had 5 on the guys' side. High score for the women was 296. That was this morning by the Danish bowler, Rasmussen. Just got a question, are Sydney and Seoul the only patterns being used? And the answer is yes.
So for Team USA, it's Shannon Pluhowski bowling with Liz Johnson and Missy Parkin with Kelly Kulik. Stephanie Nation and Shannon O'Keefe already in the books from the first squad and resting in second position.
Long way to go. We'll get a pretty good indication after the first game how the scoring is going to go.
Pluhowski on a bit of a roll. You can find all of the scoring live. Link on bold.com. Follow along pair by pair and see the same displays that are here in the center. Well, Pluhowski seems to be much more comfortable on this pattern than on the short, which was the case for many of the bowlers, but those of you who may not be familiar with what Shannon did in the last World Championship, she put on one of the most amazing performances that has ever happened in the history of the event. So certainly is a player everybody has their eyes on. Liz Johnson in those last championships perhaps didn't get the accolade she deserved because of what Pluhowski did, but Liz Johnson was really the glue and the key that led Team USA to the gold medal.
Another strike for Pluhowski. That's, 7 in a row? After starting with an open and a spare. So a pretty good start to the day for Shannon Pluhowski. I know Kelly Kulik and Missy Parkman are somewhere on this squad.
Well, Liz Johnson hasn't quite found the line yet. Knowing Liz, she will. But
oh yeah, Kelly and Missy are down on 34 and they're lighting it up. A lot of strikes down there. They should come here for game 3 on lane 54. Shout out to the Dutch bowler Danielle Vandermeer, who just dropped off some stroopwafels from Holland. Those things are amazing. She gave us a little package. Jason's trying to steal them from me.
I just want to show them to them.
Oh, okay. You can show them, I guess. I thought you were going to eat them all.
Well, that would be tempting.
They're pretty good. There's like 10 of them in the package, so Jason's going to try to give you a shot of the stroopwafels.
We'll wait until after the shot.
Nice pickup. Her reward should be a stroopwafel.
So they're not in focus, though.
Oh, no. Do you want me to hold it instead? Jason, if you only could see what Jason was doing right now.
Well, they deserve to be presented in the right way.
Okay, let me hold them. You can zoom in on me.
We'll wait until after Liz throws her shot before we start getting into sweet treats from other countries. Nice shot there by Liz.
Each one has 180 calories. That much I've determined by reading the package.
Is there some kind of, there's no conversion? Is it really that bad? So,
there they are.
Have it.
They are so good. Here, check out the bottom. You can see them a little better. Very, very good.
So
lots of butter and syrup and caramel and all kinds of stuff in that right there.
Lucas has established the standard for additional coverage on Bull TV. It's being bribed with treats.
Well, Plutowski had it open while we were looking at stroopwafels and shot 233. And Liz Johnson just doubled in the 10th. She can get to 212. Malaysians are rolling pretty good. Esther Chia, Lee Jane Sin, 258, and Lee Jane Sin can strike out for 279. So I think we're going to see some big scores after this first game on the board. Swedes are bowling good. The Finns are bowling good. The other U.S. pair is doing pretty good. The Danes are bowling good. There's going to be a lot of 480-plus games this first game.
Scores were really high in the A squad, but as we mentioned before, there are some big guns on this squad, too, for some of these countries.
Yep.
So it's... it is what it is, Lucas. You brought it up in the previous squad, but what we're seeing is just a massive disparity in the scoring pace between the two patterns here at this event, and that's going to make things really interesting as we get to the events that use both patterns.
Yeah, it'll obviously favor the teams that have the better look on the medium pattern, because they'll be able to knock down more pins.
.231 for Almigera.
Yeah, she started off a little rough that game too, so it was a good finish for her. Malaysia shot 5.16. Some of the pairs are done, and some of them still have a few frames to go here. So Denmark's going to shoot over 500. Parkin and Kulik from USA are going to shoot about 60 over if Kelly strikes out. Singapore at 457. A couple of big games out there by some of the teams. So they're waiting for the bowlers to get down on the low end of the house, and we should be back in just a couple of minutes with the start of game 2.
Well, for just joining us, we appreciate your being here for the 2013 WTBA World Championships. Jason Overstreet and Lucas Wiseman with you here from Sunset Station Resort Casino, behind lanes 51 through 56, keeping an eye on the action. We're in game number 2 of the second squad of the day. You can find live scoring and a complete schedule on bowl.com.
So we've got the women's doubles today. We'll award the medals a little bit later on today, and then Friday and Saturday are not medal days. They are the first 2 days of trios qualifying. And I, unfortunately, will be flying solo for those 2 days. Jason will be leaving us for a little bit, but he'll be back in time for the trios medal round, I believe, on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
That's the plan.
You better come back.
I think you'll be able to do just fine, I think, for trios qualifying, and
they're pretty
bit shorter day.
Yeah, I say they're pretty short days.
We like to have make sure we have the full expanded crew for the medal rounds, but for those short days, we'll still bring you live coverage. Also going to have live coverage here on Bowl TV of the USBC Queens coming up after this event. That'll be starting Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, it's coming up pretty quick.
For those here in the United States.
Yeah.
Labor Day weekend.
Nobody else knows what you're talking about.
It occurs to me that every now and then I slip and forget that most of our viewers are not here in the United States. There's Jazrael Tan, who has not quite gotten the rhythm yet on 51 and 52. She has yet to throw a strike. Given the scoring pace, Jazzy's got to find the look. you haven't done so already, we encourage you to follow the WTBA on Twitter. You can see on your screen is the Twitter handle @WorldBowling. WTBA on Twitter will provide you some information about international events and also just updates on any schedule changes from here at the World Championships. If you're interested in news from the United States, you can follow USBC @USBC. If you want to look at Lucas's pictures of waffles,
Stroop waffles.
you can follow Lucas at Lucas_Wiseman.
I've gone beyond Stroop waffles because I just tweeted out the link to that video of the local TV report here in Las Vegas by Chris Mathis. Turned out really well. You got to see it this morning at breakfast, Jason, and you might want to check that out. It's a great 2.5 minute story on the World Championships with a lot of the different countries mentioned.
Definitely thank you, Lucas, for helping facilitate that. Lucas, in addition to being a key part of the Bowl TV coverage here, also serves as the media relations manager for this event and coordinating coverage with the domestic media. So Lucas did a great job of connecting the broadcast news with the key bowlers. The reporter that was sent out was not necessarily a bowling expert. So Lucas made him one in short order.
I tried.
And got a nice variety of different players from around the world to be included in the TV coverage. Well, Samantha Howe had been throwing the ball really well for Canada. Threw a decent shot there, but the dreaded 7-10 stops her string of strikes. There's Maria Rodriguez, who's trying to bounce back from a split herself. And the messenger brings some good news for Colombia. Well, we hope you'll share the link here of our Bowl TV live stream to all of your friends. Let everybody know that we have free live coverage of the World Championships here, live from suburban Las Vegas and Henderson, Nevada, throughout the duration of the event. Lucas, you and I have had a chance to see Jazriel Tan quite a bit as she bowled collegiately for Wichita State in the United States, and seen her in international competition as well. And this is about as uncomfortable as I can ever remember seeing her, especially on a pattern that is yielding high scores. See what she can do to figure it out, but
yeah, she's not bowling well.
Jazzy's really
in this game. She shot 220 the first game, or 230 actually.
So maybe you just caught a bad pair.
Could be.
Hard to tell sometimes when we have limited sampling. We only see bowlers for 1 game or 2 games. If they catch them in a rhythm on the right pair, it seems like they've got everything figured out.
Well, she certainly has a good coach down there helping her out. Remy Ong, who's a former world champion for Singapore and Asian Games champion, I should say.
If you're not familiar with international bowling, Singapore is certainly a team to watch. A young, talented team.
By the way, there's a nice debate, or not debate, a nice chat going on in the chat about stroopwafels. Jason says we should stick to the bowling. I say we should stick to the stroopwafels. I have a feeling the stroopwafels are going to be gone by the end of the day. Then you won't have to hear about them anymore. Well, it looks like Kulik and Parker are having a pretty big game down on lane 44. We get to see them next. Missy can shoot 279 and Kelly can shoot 258. Well, game 2 starting to wind down. We'll have an update on the scores here in just a little bit. Next game, Missy Parkin and Kelly Kulik will be stopping by in front of our cameras. We'll get to take a look at that. See if I can thumb through the scores here on the live scoring and see how some of those top teams are doing from the first squad. And actually, Denmark and Malaysia are on the same pair on 19 and 20. And they are not bowling at the same blistering pace that they went at the first game. So they're going to come back down a little bit. Even if Denmark strikes out in the 9th and the 10th, they can only shoot 450 in this game. And about the same for Malaysia. So those two teams have cooled off a little bit after a 5-12 to start. If you want to look at the live scoring on 19 and 20, that's where the top two teams after the first game are. But like I said, their scoring pace coming down a little bit this game. Missy Parkin just struck out for 279 for Team USA, and Kelly Kulik can shoot 237. So they could be well over that 500 threshold if Kelly can double in the 10th. Actually, even if she just marks in the 10th, she would get them to 500. That's going to be a potential pretty big game for them. Well, Kelly doubled in the 10th. And actually, she struck out for 237. So Parkin and Kulik shoot 516 that game. That is a pretty big game. They shot 62 over the first game, so puts them at 178 over for 2. All right, the next game should get started here in just a couple of minutes. Got one more shot to throw, and we'll get underway with game 3.
Here we go with game number 3 of this squad with Team USA's Missy Parkin and Kelly Kulik onto the featured pairs on lanes 53 and 54. He's sharing the pair with Finland. Next door to the right, France and Netherlands. And on 51 and 52, Ukraine and Puerto Rico. Finland's Krista Palonen gets off to a good start with a strike.
Well, let's see if we've got some updated results, and we do. Team USA's Kelly Kulik, Missy Parkin now in the lead at 978, an average of 244.5 on this squad. And we do everything based on average at this point, since this one squad's already done. Second place is the Venezuelans at 240. They bowled earlier. Third place is the other USA pair that bowled earlier today at 236.67. And the fourth place is Denmark at 234.75. Malaysia fifth at 229.75. And then the Koreans from this morning at 225.75. So, as expected, the scores came down a little bit after game number 2. But still a long ways to go, 4 more games left. I still feel pretty confident that the Venezuelans and the Americans from this morning will probably make the cut. But we got to wait and see.
Would certainly be surprising if those scores didn't hold up.
Yeah, and for those two teams to not make it, they would need, what, 3 or 4 other teams to bowl a 236, 237 average or better, and I just don't see that happening. I can see one team doing it. And I think that you might be watching the team right now that could do it, Parkin and Hewlett. Strike for Kelly. Had a request to show the Ukraine. Well, there you go. The Ukrainians both starting with a double this game. And, you know, Jason, we have to show the Dutch bowlers a little bit because they provide stroopwafels for us. Although Danielle already bowled, but it's her teammate, so you pay us off with stroopwafels, we got to show your team. My opinion, personally.
Try to do balanced coverage as best we can of
stroopwafels help, though.
We do focus a little bit more on the teams that are vying for a shot at the top 4 when we get towards the latter part of our coverage in the squad. But really on our featured pairs right now, we have several different teams that are good enough for sure to be contenders, so try and spread it around.
Ghislaine Vandertol with the spare. I think she's sticking around to bowl the Queens, if I'm not mistaken. Missy Parkin is up, working on a double. Looks like she got away with one there.
Yeah, she had that look on her face. Oops.
Yeah.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but all's well that ends well.
Oh, she fouled, that's why.
Oh. Does not end well.
Yeah, that would explain the look on her face.
Missy normally looks more happy about a strike than that, but
yeah, she must have slipped right past the line. It's a bad foul.
It's a costly one.
Yeah, it cost her 20 pins.
And just very rare to see. We haven't seen too many fouls.
Yeah, and usually when you do see a foul, the person contests it. But Missy obviously knew that she fouled there, so no point in contesting it. I got to make the spare now. And she does. But still, that was a 20-pin mistake right there.
Yeah, I hope we don't end up, for Team USA's sake, circling that particular time and place as one that comes back to haunt them when you have such a high-scoring pace and such a competitive environment. We'll see.
Yeah, and if she throws another strike, it actually becomes a 30-pin loss. So hopefully for Missy's sake that won't cost them later, because if it does, I promise you she will look back on that and be very disappointed. Just tuning in, you're watching our live coverage of the WTBA World Championships from Sunset Station Strike Zone Bowling Center in Henderson, Nevada. Women's doubles qualifying squad 2 in progress. Imagine that the semifinals will start in about 3 hours.
Pretty sensitive microphone, Lucas. I can hear the French behind you.
Yeah, it's Isabel and Joanne from Canada are sitting back there chatting away.
Hopefully not saying anything they don't want thousands of their best friends to hear.
Noel asked if we found a commentator for the finals, and I think Chris Barnes is going to do it. He said he'd be around if one of the U.S. teams was in the semifinals, and it sure seems like it's a pretty good shot that one of the U.S. teams will be in the semis. So I think we'll be able to convince Chris Barnes to come up and sit with me for the women's doubles semis and final. Yesterday we had Stu Williams, did a good job helping out. So the women's doubles wraps up today, and then we will see the action shift to the trios event tomorrow. By the way, the medal ceremony for the women's doubles will be tonight, right after they finish. And tomorrow we've got the men's trios first round. So all the trios teams will bowl 3 games tomorrow on the short oil. Then on Saturday, the women come in and bowl their first 3 games of trios on the short oil.
Seventh frame now for Parkin.
Yeah, Parkin and Kulik are going at a pretty decent pace here. They can both shoot 240 still. But a long way to go to get to that number. As a team, they're averaging 244.5, and that's going to go down a little bit this game no matter what happens. Because they can't shoot 489, they can only shoot 488. So no matter what, it's going down just a smidge. But if they can somehow find a way to shoot 488 this game, that would be pretty stellar. Photo C says 1,000 plus watching, 11 likes, and 3 that don't like it. That sucks. I agree. So if you're watching us on the YouTube page, hit the like button below the video and show your support. Let us know that you like the broadcast.
I want to know who the haters are that keep giving us a dislike or two every squad.
I bet it's the same people every time. The same miserable people.
What more could you want than free live streaming?
Someone who lives with a black cloud over their head. By the way, if you're watching on the World Championships page or on bowl.com on the embedded player there and you want to take part in the chat, that's pretty easy to do. You can just go to youtube.com/bowltv and then you'll see the live streaming link a little bit down the page, and then you'll be able to get in the chat with everybody else.
We just got another dislike. It's probably because of something you said, Lucas.
Somebody who doesn't like stroopwafels. 47 likes and 4 dislikes. We're doing pretty good now.
I guess we had a decent ratio.
Up to 50. It's like a telethon.
We have a better popularity ratings than the governments of any of the countries involved. How about that?
That's right.
And one thing all politics can agree on. Bowl TV more popular than your government, no matter where you live.
Well, we do appreciate everybody watching, and feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got all kinds of great content for you here on Bowl TV, so if you subscribe, you can get some updates on what's going on our YouTube channel here.
Yeah, we'd love to have you subscribe to Bowl TV on YouTube. Our quest is 20,000 subscribers by the end of this championships.
That's a tall order, but maybe it's possible.
I think we can get everybody that watches to subscribe. The question is whether or not that sort of 1,000 to 1,500 folks that are watching are the same folks or different folks. It's hard to tell how many are coming back or how many. Typically we've had a total 10 to 15,000 views for each squad, so it's been certainly a nice crowd sharing part of your day with us.
Seems like I need to check out lane 27 on the live scoring. That was maybe it was 17. Let's see, which lane was it? Somebody said that lane 25. Carol Giannotti with a front 8. Yep. 25. Carol Giannotti front 8. We haven't had a 300 yet on the women's side.
Which, considering the scores, a little
kind
bit
of surprising. Yeah, I thought we would have had
one.
We've
had a lot of strikes.
Well, she got the front 9. I'm going to run down there, Jason.
Okay. Lucas is going to go and try not to jinx Carol Giannotti. And if she happens to get to 300, hopefully he'll get there in time to be able to show us some of it. Parkin strikes in the 9th. That foul really did cost Missy some ground. See if she can finish strong to potentially feel a little bit better about it. Strike for Kulik. Take a look at Krista Paulanen for Finland. She's bowling a really great game. front 4, 9 spare, next 3, which brings us to this shot in the 9th. Another good one. Chris has got that very distinct look of her, the way she holds her ball in the backswing. Then so strong with the release. Fun to watch. Lane for the Netherlands. Also getting in a nice groove. That's 4 straight for her. So for those of you looking for live scoring, just visit bowl.com and there's a link there on the website to the live scoring application. You can see the same scoreboard displays that everybody here is seeing. It's kind of a nice way to watch the live video as well. You can just pull up the scoreboard in another window and follow along so you kind of know where things are progressing. And also then you can see what happens and whether or not that 300 game comes to be. Andy James says that it was a mistake to send Lucas down there. I gather that means that Carroll did not get the last 3 strikes. I do not have the live scoring application up to where I can see it myself while I'm switching the cameras. Andy says, just a guess. Doesn't know yet. Sanders with a 202. And I see our viewers say 289, no 300. Too bad. I hope we get to see one. It's always a fun highlight to share. Parkin shoots 206 as a foul in the 4th frame. Keeps her from a big game. With a 10 pin. If Krista picks that, she'll be in the 250s. Yes, several of you in the YouTube chat referring to the Wiseman jinx. Somewhat of a joke that we have here on Bull TV, that when we send Lucas Wiseman down with a camera, and somebody has a string of strikes, that Lucas puts a jinx, or a hex if you will, curse on the bowler and ends the streak. So, Lucas, I know from our friends in the chat that you ruined another one.
I did. She shot 289, and guess what? Shannon Plahowski came up to me afterwards and said, that was perhaps the worst Wiseman jinx I've ever seen. Because not only did Carol Giannotti not strike, she almost missed the head pin left and left a 5-pin. Oh, don't do it. Don't.
He is. There he is.
The face
He's
of
the
the
man
Wiseman jinx.
responsible. You don't want to see this guy behind you when you have a string going. It's all your fault. So it goes. Well, Kelly Kulik finishing up here. Her fill shot has her concluding with a 245.
So yeah, she almost missed the head. Carol almost missed the head pin left and left a 5-pin, and then shot 289. So
Wow.
yeah, she pulled it pretty far to the left, but it was still a good game for Australia because Carol shot 289, and I think Anne-Marie Putney shot 244. So they shot 533. It's a pretty massive game. I think everybody's done now with, nope, not quite. Still got some down at the low end that are finishing up, but game number 4 should get started here in just a couple of minutes, live on Bowl TV.
Well, if you're just joining us, we appreciate everybody tuning in to see the doubles portion of the WTBA World Championships here live from Henderson, Nevada, Sunset Station Hotel and Casino. We are in game number 4. 6 games total pinfall with the top 4 teams from 2 squads advancing on to the medal round.
I was just taking a moment to pull the clip of the local TV news report on the tournament from last night to show WTBA President Kevin Dornberger. I think he'll like it. It's pretty positive for the sport. If you haven't seen that video, you should check it out. Posted it on Twitter a little while ago, so you can look on Twitter if you're interested in seeing that. Follow World Bowling at World Bowling. And you can also follow USBC at USBC. I am at Lucas_Wiseman. And that's where you can find that video, at Lucas_Wiseman. And Jason is at Overstreet Jason. I think you are due for a tweet today, Jason.
I haven't tweeted anything today, you're right.
So you're due.
I've been looking for something interesting, but as soon as I start thinking about something interesting to tweet, I end up being slow switching the cameras and somebody in the chat gets mad at me.
Well, that's the truth.
I do make meticulous effort to try to be equitable in camera distribution because no matter who you show, somebody is upset that somebody's not being shown. But we try to do our best.
Well, unfortunately, we're going to miss you tomorrow and the next day because it's going to be up to me to switch the cameras, and I'm not quite as good at it as you are. But it's just trios qualifying the next couple of days. No medals awarded. So. Should be a pretty easy next couple of days. Eric wants to know if I can put the link on Facebook to the video, and I did. I put that on my Facebook page as well, so if you want to find that, you can go to facebook.com/LR-Wiseman. Again, facebook.com/LR-Wiseman. And you'll find that link that I posted a little while ago. It's a great video. A lot of the different countries were highlighted. Like I said, a very positive report on the sport of bowling, and we need more positive media reports like that one for sure. Yeah, good shot there by Autumn Chamberlain for England. It's a double for her. If you're wondering why the camera switching has gotten poor, it's because Jason's trying to take a picture for his Twitter.
I don't think anything's gotten poor. I haven't missed anything yet. I'm very diligent.
It's all good.
Only thing poor is the micromanaging and criticism of the camera switching.
Fortunately, you're pretty good at it, so I don't have to bother you too often. But I say, hey, go for it. Get a cool picture and tweet it.
As I said before, any dislikes of this broadcaster, strictly Lucas Wiseman's fault.
I have no problem taking the blame for any of these issues. Someone asked how Shannon Plahowski and Liz Johnson are doing this game. Well, Plahowski just opened as 108 and a sixth, and Liz Johnson 138 and a sixth. Just about 2 hours away from the semifinals, so we hope that you'll hang around for that.
Hey, paying attention enough to get that split conversion from New Zealand. Nice one. Well, Lucas, I just tweeted a picture of what it looks like from behind, from my seat here, behind the Bowl TV controls. So for those of you interested in the vantage point that I'm looking at with various computer monitors, you can see that. Lucas, I think, retweeted.
You just got a couple of retweets, I think.
So. I'm not a frequent tweeter like Lucas, but I try to make them worthwhile. You need to start using those Vine videos, Lucas. Those are.
I've been posting some of those.
Yeah, I noticed that you've been doing that. Seen some of them. I don't know if you've just been using them or if I've seen them from the WTBA account as well.
Just me. And the Vine video actually works pretty good if you just want to post a quick video of one person bowling, because it takes like 5 or 6 seconds for somebody to start their approach and the ball hit the pins, which you get 6 seconds on a Vine video, so times out pretty perfect for bowling. But you got to get pretty close to make it worthwhile. Get pretty close to the bowler.
Late tap.
Well, it looks like down on lane 10, Missy Parkins struggling. Only 111 in the 7th, strike in the 8th, but Kelly Kulik has thrown 6 in a row after starting with 2 opens. They are the high team on this squad. Looks like Anne-Marie Putney and Carol Giannotti going to have a subpar game. Under 400 this game. Mai with a strike. Probably the best, two best Danish bowlers put together, Mai and Britt. They're bowling pretty good, but they're going to need a lot more to make it into the top 4, I think. Got to go a lot of strikes down the stretch. Camilla Kjeldsen of Denmark there with, 6 strikes in a row? Pretty good. Plus 21 on the day. The Australians finished with 387 that game. I think it's almost certain that Venezuela and the U.S. from this morning are going to make the top 4. .215 for Britt. Mai can strike out for 266. Game 4 coming to a close. 2 more games to go on this squad.
A lot of cheering down on the low end there, Lucas.
Yeah, it's the Malaysians. Lee Jane Sin has 279 working, but Esther Chia only shot 209. So they're going to have a good game, but could have been a lot better. Esther had a couple of missed makeable spares, missed a single pin, and then went 8-1 in the 7th on a non-split. So they left some pins out there for sure, but they're bowling a decent game. They're going to shoot 488, looks like.
Camilla for Denmark bowling a nice game in front of us. One more strike puts her at 270.
Shot by Mai. Puts her in the 260s. She only had one non-strike this game. It was in the 7th. She had an open. Missy Parkin only shot 171. Kelly Kulik can strike out for 257 though. About 2 hours from the start of the semifinals here on Bowl TV, the women's doubles. Still got 2 games to go, and then we'll have a re-oil before we get started with the doubles.
Yes, Mike.
266 for Mai. They finish at 481. It's a good tally for them. They were in 8th place based on average.
Well, as we get started with the next game, check out the different teams that are coming through our TV pair. 51 and 52, it's Israel and Korea. '53 and 54 features another Korean team, along with a single bowler from Russia and a pacer. And 55 and 56, Ukraine and Brazil. Standings after 4 games, it's Venezuela, United States from the first squad, and then Malaysia, and Team USA number 2, Denmark, Korea, the United States, rounding out the top 8. So Lucas will be back to discuss that more in detail. Those scores are available on bowl.com.
With 2 games to go, I should say. The 2 teams from this morning are first and second. So third place based on average is Malaysia at 233.38, just barely ahead of Team USA's Kelly Kulik and Missy Parkin, who are fourth at 232.12. Denmark is fifth at 226.62. And then Korea is 6th at a 226 average. By the way, did some checking with Herbert Bickle, bowlingdigital.com, and he has the records for the women's doubles and says that the high 6-game total in the women's doubles is 29.01, so the Venezuelans missed the record by 21 pins.
Great to have Herbert here. Great source of information, and if you haven't checked out bowlingdigital.com and their coverage of these World Championships, you're really missing out. Outstanding videos, photos, stories. Bowlingdigital.com, a must bookmark for all who follow the sport. Kovalova of Ukraine struck in the first frame. She's at a very young age made a great name for herself in the sport, winning at the World Games. Also a budding superstar in the collegiate ranks in the United States. Comment in the chat about how much somebody enjoyed watching the video from the men's competition yesterday on Bowling Digital. Here in the live stream, you know, we show it to you a little bits and pieces as it happens. Certainly what Bowling Digital is able to do with Flavio's great work. Shows it to you in much higher quality, and it gives you a whole another perspective. Also be sure to check out at the end of the day on bowl.com. Bowl TV's own Matt Lawson has a new style roundup of the medal round for the day.
So again, 2 games to go here in the women's doubles qualifying. Venezuela from this morning with a 240 average, leading based on average. Nation and O'Keefe from this morning, 236.67, are in second place based on average. And then Malaysia and the USA from this squad are third and fourth based on average. And the top 4 will advance to the medal round this evening. Take a look at the Malaysian duo that is currently in the top 4. They're rolling on lane 50 right now. That means they'll be in good position for us to see them the last game on lane 60. But there's a look at Esther Chia. Strike spare double for her. Sinlin Lee Jane with an open this game and no double, and Esther with another strike. So the Malaysians are trying to find their way into the semifinals here this evening. Haley Rumpke of England down on lane 10, who we saw last game, has the front 7 this game. Jazriel Tan has the front 7 on lane 28 currently. Plahowski and Johnson are starting to put together a big game. They may be trying to make a run here. So wrapping up game 5. And we'll have a precise idea of what teams need to make it into the top 4 after this game ends. But it sure seems to me like the top 2 teams from this morning squad are safe. They're going to be bowling this evening. About an hour and a half from now, I would say. See the Malaysians. A couple of spares on the board. Bowling all right, not great. Well, the Malaysians bounced back with a couple of strikes in the 8th. But they got a long way to go to make this a big game.
Just joining us, you're watching live coverage of the 2013 WTBA World Championships Women's Doubles event. Game number 5. Towards the tail end of game 5, in fact, so shortly we'll know who is going to be advancing to the medal round, which we will have live later this evening. Appreciate your being here with us. Bowl TV is a service of the United States Bowling Congress. We are providing this coverage in conjunction with WTBA. So we appreciate WTBA allowing us to provide this video stream for you free of charge. Also want to thank our partners here at Strike Zone inside Sunset Station Hotel Casino for all their hospitality, giving us a great location here to be able to be up above the action and see what's going on lanes 51 through 56. 72-lane bowling center. That's certainly a lot of real estate. Hear some cheering from Team Malaysia down the way.
The Malaysians are trying to put together a big finish here that should keep them in the top 4 if they can finish strong. And good news, Jason, Chris Barnes has confirmed that he will join us tonight for the semifinals and the finals in the broadcast booth.
Well, that will add some nice additional insight. Chris is somebody that provides color commentary for network national broadcasts.
Is he doing the Queens? Do you know? I think so.
As far as I know.
Be Chris and Dave, the usual team for the USBC broadcast. Well, Big 10th frame coming up for the Malaysian bowlers here in just a moment. Esther can shoot 259. Partner can shoot 214. Still an outside shot that the Koreans on the first squad this morning could make it into the medal round. Outside shot. Here's Esther. She pulled it. 3-6-10. Lose a lot of pins right there.
Carol Giannotti's bowling another big game.
They've been kind of up and down, though. They bowled a mediocre game, 2 big games, and then another mediocre game. But they're still averaging 221.5 coming into this game. So that'll help them out. They shoot 268, 213, so that's plus 81. That'll help their average a bit. Put them about 240 over. I think the Australians will have a crack at it. Esther missed that spare, by the way, to shoot 224. It's going to be trouble for them. The Aussies were about 100 pins behind the Malaysians. They won't make it all up, but they'll make some of it up this game. Oh no, watch out. Bad finish for Malaysia. I don't think we had that on camera, but the bowler from Israel left the 310, and she hooked it right between them. You don't see that all the time. It's pretty hard to do. Couldn't do that if you tried.
No, didn't get a shot of that, unfortunately.
Yeah, left the 310 baby split and hooked it right between them, trying to make it. Koreans right here on 51 and 52 are in the mix to make the top 4. They're going to shoot 245, 226. So they'll be about 70 over this game. I
guess folks in the chat saying actually that shot field goal shot was in.
Oh, it was
on the outside of the camera.
Oh, there you go.
I wasn't focused on it, so I wasn't sure. Well, that is about it in terms of the action in front of our cameras here for Game 5. So we will see how the numbers tally up and be back with you for Game 6 in just a moment. Here we go with the start of game number 6 and the final squad of the women's doubles at the WTBA Championships. Team USA's Liz Johnson and Shannon Plohowski back on our featured pairs. Along with Latvia. Liz starts out with a strike. To their right, it's France and the Dominican Republic on 55 and 56. While over to the left, it's China and the Philippines. Scores are available online, updated through 5 games. So you can find that on bowl.com, and Lucas is here now to walk us through what it all means.
Yep, still got Venezuela and the USA from this morning's squad in the top spots, and now we've got Kelly Kulik and Missy Parkin from the U.S. leading this squad with a 230.8 average. You've got the Koreans, Lee and Jung, at 227.9, and Pluhowski and Johnson of the USA also at 227.9. So there's a tie right now for 4th place. 6th is Malaysia at 226.9. Australia is in 8th overall at 225.1. So have to write down some numbers, figure out where some people are, and figure this all out. We've got Shannon and Liz right in front of us. They're in the mix, and the Malaysians are just off to the right on lane 60. The Koreans are down on lane 62, it looks like.
So we may have some drama in front of us here for this game 6.
It's all pretty close. If you look at the numbers, a lot of teams in contention here.
Here's some cheering from both directions. Strike for Australia, strike for Malaysia. strike from Malaysia.
Well, I think, in fact, I know that Venezuela and the United States from this morning are in. They're going to make it. It's probably, I haven't looked at the scores to this game, but it's probably already mathematically over, even though we're already in the only in the second frame. We're talking about teams that are in second and third on this squad needing to shoot 570 to move past the U.S. from this morning, so they're in. But we've got I'd say 9 teams with a shot to make it in the last 2 spots.
Well, we got 3 of them that we got a decent camera shot of here right now with the United States, Malaysia, and Australia.
Yeah, and then Korea's down on lane 62.
Korea's a little bit out of it. You can
It's close.
just see them.
Yeah, it's close, but we'll be able to see them if,
See them at the end.
yeah, if it gets interesting.
Not a good angle, but
So now we just wait and see how things turn out this game. The Koreans from this morning shot 309 over, plus 309. So that means that the Koreans at plus 279 and the Americans at plus 279 would need to shoot, 440? 431 to pass that. Seems likely that might happen at the way the scoring pace has gone. The other Team USA pair, Parkin and Kulik, only need to shoot 402 this game to pass that total. Just to recap where the teams in the top 4 on this squad are on the lanes. We've got the USA on lane 30, Korea on lane 62, the other US pair on 54, and Malaysia on 60. The Aussies are cheering down there. They're off to a pretty good start. Giannotti and Putney. And a lot of teams with a real good chance to make it in if they can bowl a good game here at the end. through 3 frames. Parkin and Kulik have not thrown a double yet. Doesn't look like the Korean squad that's in second on this squad is doing anything too special. Take a look at Carol Giannotti, who just struck for 4 in a row.
A lot of cheering for the Aussies.
Strike for the Aussies. They're coming on strong here down the stretch.
I think they're not only making the most noise in the crowd, they're making the most noise with their score. And meanwhile, Liz Johnson and Shannon Dulhowski are not striking.
Giannotti keeps striking over there. They are making a lot of noise and definitely bringing attention to themselves, which maybe trying to do the intimidation thing. Seems to be working. I like the Aussies' chances at this point to make it in. But if the Aussies make it in, at whose expense does it come at? Because right now they are outside of the top 4 by average. So somebody's going to drop out.
Can you see what that Korea team that was ahead of them is doing?
I just looked at them a minute ago. They weren't doing a whole lot. And 1 double through 5 frames. And a couple opens. So Aussies have already passed them at this point. Another strike. Gotta love Anne-Marie Putney. And that Australian team, that's a couple of veterans right there. They know what's going on. They know this is the time when you got to step it up and throw the strikes, and they're getting it done right now.
Forget the youth movement. The veterans taking control.
Parkin and Kulik have not doubled through 4 frames. Well, at this point, it's the Australians for the taking here to take one of the spots. Wow, another great shot. They're both 7 frames, and they've had 12 out of 14 strikes. So the Aussies are looking pretty solid here at the end. kind of an interesting finish brewing here. I mean, the teams that were first, second, third, and fourth coming in on this squad to this game are bowling pretty mediocre. Could open the door for one of these other teams. It's a little further down to make a comeback. Anne-Marie Putney with another strike. I'm telling you, you can just feel it. I think they're gonna get in. Jazriel Tan's got the front six, but Bernice Lim has only got one double.
It's reminiscent of what we saw Venezuela do in Game 6, where they just all of a sudden everything started going their way. They got a lot of energy and boom, ticket was punched.
Well, no matter what, Venezuela is going to be the #1 seed from this morning, and the U.S. pair of Nation and O'Keefe are going to be the #2 seed. It's starting to look like Australia is going to be the #3 seed, and then there's going to be one spot left open.
Well, is there any doubt that Carol Giannotti still got it?
I don't think so. The only good news for Team USA, if Missy Parkin and Kelly Kulik can hang on and get fourth, is that they wouldn't have to bowl their teammates in the semifinal. They would bowl the Venezuelans.
And you may have already mentioned this, Lucas, but how are Kulik and Parkin faring?
Not so good. No doubles through 5 frames, but they're clean. So they're going to need to turn it up a notch to get in, but there really isn't anybody else that seems to be charging right now. The Koreans are starting to put some strikes together. So if Parkin and Kulik don't start striking, they're going to be in some trouble. Oh, blowout 7 for Anne-Marie. I think they're still in great shape, though. I think that the American duo of Plahowski and Johnson are not going to make it. That's the way it's looking right now. Another strike for Carol Giannotti. That's 7, 8 in a row for her. They've all but locked it up. It's going to be real close for the last spot in. Real close. I'm not even sure who it's going to be honest with you. Usually by now you've got a pretty good idea who it's going to be with only 3 frames left, but it's too close. if Parkin and Kulik finish strong, it's theirs for the taking. They still have 4 frames to bowl, though.
Who would be your other prime contenders?
Korea, Malaysia. Colombia's got an outside shot. Singapore's got an outside shot. It's hard to say right now. It's just too close. Korea off in distance. Got a few strikes on the board. They're bowling. They can go 230, 230. That would be pretty solid. They were 30 pins behind Parkin and Kulik. So like I said, I think that Parkin and Kulik control their own destiny, but they've still got 4 frames left and haven't posted on the live scoring. A split in the fill for Anne Marie. Shouldn't matter, 241 for her. I think they're going to be fine.
Do you want to give a wave to Lawson as this front Carroll up?
What's that?
Do you want to give a wave to Lawson?
Why? She had a spare.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Looks like the Aussies are going to be the first ones to post a score. Carroll just left a split in the 10th. That might make things more interesting, but I still think they're okay. Missy Parkin just missed a makeable spare in the 7th frame. It gets them to plus 348. Parkin and Kulik can probably stay ahead of that if they finished really strong.
Shannon Puhalski already finished up with a 190. And Liz Johnson now up in the 10th.
The Malaysians can max at plus 338. Actually, that just came down another 11 pins, so they're not. I don't think they're going to make it in. Trying to figure out the score for the Koreans now. Now the Koreans can only max at 330 plus 335. So they won't catch Australia.
So is it those 3 for the final spot then?
Well, I think it's going to Parkin and Kulik are going to have the best chance because they still have a lot of frames left, but it's really so close that it's hard to tell, to be honest with you.
Singapore in the hunt?
I don't think so. Well, there's a lot of math to be doing right now.
Is Johnson done with a 225?
Yeah, they fall. They're going to fall short for sure. Disappointing finish for Plahowski and Johnson. Kelly Kulik just threw her 4th consecutive strike, so Team USA definitely controls its own destiny down on lane 30. Can actually still get to the number 3 seed, I think, but to be honest with you, I don't know if they want to get to the number 3 seed because then they've got to bowl their teammates in the semifinal. If I had to guess right now, I would say it'll be Venezuela, USA, Australia, USA in some order. Don't know which way for sure, but that's just a guess. It'll depend on how the US finishes. And the Koreans are still cheering down there. Double in the 10th. That'll get them to 330 plus 335 if she strikes on the fill. That still 13 pins behind behind Australia.
Oh, Malaysia in the books now.
Yep, adding their score now. They finish at 326. They're going to fall short for sure.
Korea is just on the other side of this pole, which somewhat obstructs us, so we can see instead of bowlers come out onto the approach and bowl.
9 on the fill, it looks like. Put them at 334.
So that is it for them.
I think Malaysia is going to miss by 8 pins. Well, I should say they finished behind Korea by 8 pins. It'll depend on how Team USA finishes down on lane 30. And they're coming on strong. Missy Parkin just threw a double. Kelly Kulik now is 5 in a row. So they are going to need doing the math here. 427, I believe, and we still have a little work to do in the 10th to get there. Yeah, they may need a strike at some point in the 10th, or a double at some point in the 10th to get it. It's going to depend on how Missy finishes, because she was the one that was struggling a bit this game with only 123 in the 7th.
See Missy on the approach now. I can't see the pins from here. This is as far as I can zoom. So we'll just have to watch her body language and try and figure out what's going on.
She's shooting at a full rack, that much I can tell. Looks like she left a 10 pin, maybe? Hard to tell.
Well, I can tell from body language that it's not positive.
No. Like I said, this is real close for the last spot, so If my math is off by just a little bit, it can make a big difference. So that's the disclaimer. That's why we always wait for the final scores to come in. And the semifinals should start in about 30 minutes or so. 30 or 40 minutes. Looks like she left a split in the 10th, Jason. I don't know what it is, but Missy left a split and opened in the 10th. And that is really bad news for them. And that may keep them out.
Well, Lucas, could it be that we come back and talk about that foul?
Yeah, definitely. So she shoots Missy shoots 179. And that brings them backward 21 pins. It's 47. Kelly, I believe, needs strike 8 spare to make it by 1 pin. So I believe that Kulik needs the first hit in the 10th. If my math is right. She's way off in the distance there. It looks like Kelly Kulik must strike on this shot. Looks like she struck. I think she still needs 8 spare. That would give her 248. That would give them 427. That would give them 335, and Korea shot 334 over. Now I'm starting to get nervous that maybe somebody else did something that I've missed out on. So I'm going to backtrack and look at some of this stuff here while we watch Kelly in the distance. Yeah, the Colombians can still get there. They can get to 348 if Clara strikes out. So it's not determined yet. They're all the way down on lane 17. So actually the Colombians can get in no matter what Kelly does. And it doesn't look like she struck. So the Colombians are looking to sneak in the back door here in this last game. Clara all the way in the distance. I don't know how she finished up. Looks like she went 8. She got 8 on her first ball. We need to know Kelly's final score. Waiting on the live scoring to update here. Looks like plus 336 for the USA.
Clara's done, it looks like.
And I think she may have needed the first strike in the 10th to get there. They shoot 100 over, and they finish at 325. So, yeah, the Colombians come up short, it looks like. Let me check in on how Singapore finished up. We finish at plus 68 this game. That's not going to be enough. Still doing math here, bear with us. Those Koreans didn't have enough. Tracking. Denmark didn't have enough. Okay, so here's what I've got, Jason. It's I told you it was real close. I've got the Venezuelans leading, number 1 seed. USA's Nation and O'Keefe as the number 2 seed. I've got Australia as the number 3 seed at plus 348. And then I've got USA's Parkin and Kulik at plus 336. In 4th, I've got Korea at plus 334, 2 pins difference in 5th. I've got Malaysia at plus 326 in 6th, and Colombia in 7th at plus 325. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 teams within 11 pins of each other. at the end
Wow.
for the last spot. I told you it was close.
It's really close.
And so if my math was wrong anywhere, then it's...
Therefore, wait for the official results.
Exactly right. So hopefully I've got my math right, but I think it's going to be USA. It's going to be Venezuela, USA, Australia, USA.
Well, the competition has finished. And we will stay on until we have the official word.
The semifinals warm-up will start 5:20 and the final at 5:30. You will be playing over on lanes 51 through 56.
All right, so the scores should come in pretty quick here. They just announced that we're going to start at 5:20 with practice, 5:30 with first ball.
Semifinal itself at 5:30.
So bottom of the hour, be sure to check back in.
Yeah, about 35 minutes from now is when they'll start for score. And we're just waiting on the final results to come in. Should be just a moment here. No matter who made it in, it's going to be a great semifinal. Again, just waiting on the final scores, the official results to come in.
Figure that the players and coaches may have done the math that know already, so I'm trying to see if get any indication from looking down there. Does Herbert have it the same way as you?
He does, yep. Herbert Bickle from Bowling Digital just stopped by, so that's what I've got too. But we always like to make sure it's official before we sign off. There it is, Venezuela, USA, Australia, USA. Exactly how we had it. That's going to be our matchups, Venezuela versus USA and USA versus Australia in the semifinals coming up at the bottom of the hour, 30 minutes from now. So take a little break, come back with us. Our live streaming will continue in about 25 minutes or so.
The 14